morning or afternoon from wherever you're watching this from. Hi, how are you? My name is Kimani and I am your host for this very amazing show which is called A Little Bit of This. And today we're discussing the topic of relationships, and on my left I have my guest, Mr. Austin Nginga, and I'm going to give him an opportunity to talk to us today. So Austin, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
I'm fine as well.
So guys, welcome to this show. So today we're talking about relationships. I mean, who is not in a relationship? And there's so many versions of relationships nowadays. I mean,
Especially in this generation where
relationships, kila mtu tu kwa relationship. Either you're single, seeing someone but not dating, you're seeing someone but you don't have the title yet.
A situationship to be specific.
Yeah, so what do you think about the relationship in today's generation and the relationships that were there before us?
Okay, the dynamics that are in today's relationships are shocking. Like, unajua, these relationships of this time, hujui mtu anataka nini? Like, you don't know, you love the person, it's too much. You don't love the person, she does not want you. Like, unataka nini? Like, haieleweki, you know?
Yes, and I sometimes also love a guy and it's actually too much, or they just say, hey, manzo stress. Calling a guy is like too much. Nani call sana, can you stop calling me too much? But then if you stop calling them, you know, so let's talk more about that.
Cleanliness, like, nikikupigia sana, nakubo. If I don't call, I'm still on the wrong. Like, you know, it's so complex. Like, unataka nini? And you know, that's the reason why relationships are as last. Because you find, if those are the dynamics that are ruling such relationships right now, you find that the relationships only end up lasting for like 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. And like, down to the next, down to the next. Laugh is this thing, actually, the hoeing phase. What is the hoeing phase? Unajua kutibuka swende wewe vile ni pesa wewe. Like, unaget kenye nasema.
And I guess, true for me guys, is it true? Do you have to go through the hoeing phase?
Okay, me, I don't think so. Actually, being the point I am, me feel deeply like, okay, that hoeing phase, I don't think it's so necessary, because another thing, like una risk kabisa when it comes to health. I mean, is the syphilis worth it for just some good sex? I don't think so. Like, you know, it's too much. Like, this generation of ours, like, tuna sugarcoat that hoeing stuff. Then at the end of the day, when we get into relationships, like, unashanga, ati mbona wako hivi. It's the things that you're even seeing on social media, sindio?
Yes.
Like, ni culture yenye tunajaribu kucultivate. But when the side effects sasa zinatukujia, we're like, the fuck, what is happening?
And I have to sana. I think we really have to look into that. And also, people suffer very silently. You might be going through depression, and I've been a victim of depression because of relationships. So it's not really easy, and I don't think it's fair for anyone to expose themselves to that. It's not really okay. So if you're going through something, I think it's good to speak up. And I'm also a poet, I'm a writer, so I also love very deeply. So I think for some people it's easy to just go around, and we're not judging, we're just saying it's just something that happens. You know, I have friends that do that also, and it's, you know, you do what you want to do, you do you know. But there are things you have to put into consideration, right?
Yeah,
there's health, the physical health, you know, the STIs, so you know. Yeah, and also the mental health also. You might be going through I love it, people pick up some habits. For example, you didn't have anxiety before, but you go to a relationship or some situationship and pick up some anxiety you never had before.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those habits that people pick up.
Yeah. A relationship, know your worth. Usiingie kwa relationship expecting that your girlfriend or your boyfriend is the one who is coming to validate you. Because sasa mkiachana kutenda aje. And that is why there are many mental health issues. There's anxiety, there's depression, there's PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, it's all about knowing your worth. And hapo you say point ya know your worth. Acha kwenda social media, posting yourself nini ndo upate validation from people you don't even know. You know, think of it. if something shitty happens to you, watu watatokea, si ndio? Like they'll be there commenting some thirsty comments nini, itavalidate ego yako nini, and then when you're in an actual problem, watakuwa wapi? Exactly. And then, yeah, to go back to that point of looking for validation, ile nilikuwa nakuuliza mkiachana kutaenda aje? Because if you put your worth into someone, just remember that's just another person umepatana to. Not as yet lazima timtoana or something.
And to add on to validation from other people, and then they leave you or just something happens, you start being obsessed. Unaanza kuwa stalker.
Infatuation.
And that is not right. When you start being a stalker, you're invading the privacy of someone, and it can actually get to your head so bad. I've seen stories when for example, I had a friend when alikuwa na his boyfriend, her boyfriend, and then she went to his place because he was sick, and then the guy started telling the girl, "Hey, manzi, unajua ni fault yako, mimi ni sick." Na sasa tini ati yako ni STI or HIV. He was having a stomach ache.
Sure.
Sorry, yeah. So the guy was like, "It's your fault," and then he closed the door.
How you going, baby girl?
And then after closing the door, the guy aliwasha gas. So in a leak.
So
and then he was seated there just playing the matchbox. Yeah. People have crazy stories regarding relationships.
Like that is just
Crazy
mental health.
Yes.
Like was the guy trying to end himself or not?
No, it's just a means of revenge or a means to keep you close to, to keep you close to them.
Or those
they don't want you to
people.
leave. They don't want you to leave. Unaweza pata mtu anakuambia, "Hey man, you've broken up," but they've not broken up with you. They say, "Manzo mimi kiniacha, mimi imagine I'll commit suicide." Manzo mimi kiniacha, and then
manipulations
zako. Yeah, manipulation kwa na huruma zako, you're like, "Hey manzo, nikiacha wewe msee." Kuna venye tena mbaya. And then you end up being in a relationship where you're not happy. And that really gets to your mental health. That we have today regarding relationships, do they have anything to do with social media? What we watch?
Yes, they're so convinced by social media influencers that maisha zao zote zinaenda vizuri, like they have this perfect body, they have this nini, and that will reflect into your relationship. Because the worst thing that people do when it comes to relationship, instead of forming a healthy relationship, you start going looking for perfection. Kitu nye watu waradi, like we are all human beings, we are flawed. Kuna vitu mingi nitafanya zitakuudhi, and you must accept me for who I am, and I must make the effort to change. But hii generation yetu, like hatuelewi hivyo, like tunataka tulale, then the next day, this partner is like this, it's all flowing. And to even go back to your point of happiness, like ulikuwa umeingia expectations mob, and then like issues start arising nini, and you're not even willing to work on stuff. No maana nimesema the relationships aside, they don't even last for too long because kila mtu sasa yuko na short fuse, amfanya hivi kupumua. Like I remember there was this time I was with this girl, like alikuwa kabisa anajaribu kutafuta anything, anakuambia hadi kupumua, hadi kutafuna food, and you're like, the hell? And it's not even anything serious, like vitu basic. Na ni social media unacheki. Like social media like imetupima that we have this there's this sense of perfection going on, which is not the case. Single.
Yeah. I think anasema ati you have to have your own life so that you can be able to share that with someone else.
Yeah,
because it's when I can come into your life na sasa kukuambia vile unafaa kufanya. That doesn't make any sense. So we have to work on ourselves first. For example, kwanza vile mnaniona very beautiful. I know that.
Madam, okay.
Very beautiful.
I see you.
So, I've had issues where I've had guys, boys, okay, let me just say, people that I've been in relationships with before, comparing me to someone else who is lighter, and that thing really got to me at some point. It really got to me. I was like, hey, Kwani, at that time I was really young, so I was like, hey, Kwani being dark skinned, is it a problem? So it really took time for me to build on my confidence.
Yeah.
I didn't ilifika point I was like, hey, I don't want to start looking for validation from other people. Wakaoniambia, oh, you're so beautiful because you're dark. So I had to work on myself first. So that whatever things I find from other people do have a different opinion about dark skin. Unapatanga those people that talk so shitty about, you know, your physical appearance, they have issues. They have issues themselves. So they're just projecting their insecurities with you.
No,
So
exactly
don't feel like you may share place, kuna madem, sijui ma light skin, kuna madem dark skin, wala manzemi, mimi ni momanje. No. Unapata msi anakuambia ako na my insecurities mbaya. You know. Yeah. So just be confident in yourself, and to add to that point, building confidence does not take a day. Rome was not built in a day. You know, it takes time. It takes time. So you have to work on yourself. You have to love yourself. Unajuanga kitu ya kujipeleka date?
Like self-care.
That thing is amazing.
But sasa romanticize pain, yeah? You know, pain and misery. Like, lazima ukuwe umefanya kazi, lazima ukuwe umefanya, just get out and spoil yourself. Yani, jitreat kidogo. Like,
it's important. It also works on your mental wellness. You know, give me a glass of wine or a cocktail, or in a place, buy yourself an ice cream and a YOLO, and you find that you are able to enjoy your own company first before you start enjoying someone else's company. You know, have your own life first, and then you can be able to share that life with someone else. Is that?
Yeah, that's true. And even to add to the point, it's conference next year. But girl, sweetheart, I'll let you in on a little secret. Unaona uboy wako mwenye anakuambia ungekaa fiti kama ungevaa specs. Unajua ukipaka makeup hivi kidogo, that guy has not moved on, trust me. Boy haja move on. Ako too for the nini, for the sex. That's true, that's just true. Like, that guy is still fixated on the other girl. And I'm saying this as a guy because, yeah, nikitwadi mimi nimefanya. That guy is still fixated on that other girl. In that, akikuona hivi, unasa kama wewe. Akikuona like, the moment you put those specs, like, unamremind, unacheki. So like, yeah, to add to that point, like, jipende kwanza. Don't actually try to change yourself too much, unless it's some toxic things. And let's just be real, we are all toxic human beings. But the difference in akujanga, are you willing to work on it? But ikifika vitu basic ati nataka ukwaje ukivaa hivi, fuck that relationship. Unaenda kufanya nini? Mbona unaenda mali unafinyiliwa, like it's not a school. It's somewhere supposed to feel free. That guy, that girl that you're in with that relationship, ni mtu unafaa ku feel free na yeye. Like, you can share secrets, like hadi ukikuwa na achievement umeachieve, like unajua ni aje nimeenda na like nimepata award fulani for the best film, and like jamaa feel vibaya, like ana celebrate na wewe. But the thing, tumenormalize toxicity sana
na compromise.
Yeah,
you're compromising too much.
Yeah, like mmefika mahali you people are so deprived of love, especially generation yetu, that mnaita basic human decency simping. yani tuko na issues, na unajua hizi issues zina stem tu kutoka home,
yeah. Like, that's also another topic that needs to be discussed.
Exactly. Yeah. Like unakuja ku project insecurities zako to other people, and when you open social media, or not even social media, when you're talking to your friend na unasikia his or her relationship is going well, you're like when you see nini,
like when you see someone doing well in their dem anakanga sijui aje na vile tele anakanga sijui aje, you know, those stupid whispers when you see someone doing well in their relationships. Come on,
be happy, like at least you make effort to fit your jealousy, like uwezi just be as a person, you have to accept the fact that you're toxic, sindio? Na hawa watu wanasema uko toxic, atukatai uko toxic, but siuoge. Like, you know, these people who like me, who like sugarcoating toxicity, what I'm saying, chafu, things you have, like, atukatai when you're toxic, but sujiweke vizuri, like,
yeah,
sindio? Yeah. And even this dynamic of relationships, actually tuingie kidogo kwa hii relationship ya Will Smith na Jada. Actually, I'm telling you, Jada is what is wrong with people today. Yani, you know, I was listening to a certain interview yenye sasa alikuwa na recall vile unakumbuka Will Smith akigonga Chris Rock, sio the slap, yeah. So you know, nani Smith alisema get your wife's name out of her fucking mouth, sindio? Do you know Jada Pinkett was like, which wife? You know, when I heard Smith saying that, I was like, which wife? You know, sasa, such people such people don't make even getting into relationships being hard, because when imagine this is a celebrity, this is someone who has everything.
And these people have hangings.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about relationships at this point. You're just doing well. But I would say if you're there watching and you know you have any kind of influence, bro, or to make it they look up to you. So there are things you can do better.
Somewhere that people who idolize celebrities have a low IQ. So think about that. Usidolize celebrities sana ati vile anaishi maisha. Sasa ati kama tunasema Jada Pinkett is your role model. Usikuwe fala. That is someone mwenye akona net worth yenye hadi hizi tosha pesa yako ya allowance unakuwa na mzazi. Like be real, you're a human being. Ujafika hiyo level, be humble, you'll get somebody eventually.
This generation and fantasizing or romanticizing about, pain.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, because there are people who go through deep depression, and there are people who would just go through deep depression just for the show. Mm-hmm. Post something
depressing quotes
ever. Some people go through it for real, but other people go through it for clout.
Yeah.
And I think we should be obsessed with being happy.
Exactly.
I know that for a fact, because when I was really down, to the point that I had to, when I was smiling, I just had to feel, I don't know, I can't really explain it. You feel that happiness. You just want to feel that happiness. So I think we should be obsessed with being happy. Try and be happy. Wacha kutafuta mashida zenye hata haziko. And then going back to the point that I talked about, working on yourself. For example, everything that comes from you, you have to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Because anything that comes from you is either good or bad. So if you've not worked on yourself emotionally, mentally, all the other things, hazitakuwa poa. Because you find, for example, a group of friends just talking and then just making jokes about something, just joking, and then there's something that trigger.
Yeah.
Yes, people get triggered about things, but there's a way you can deal with it. So I think I'm going to drive that point, and I hope it gets home. We all need to work on ourselves. Don't wait for a man or a girl or someone, even your parents. Don't wait for them to come at you
and
validate you. You're the one who's supposed to love yourself. And it's not easy. I've said it and I'll say it again. Rome was not built in a day. So you can't do it overnight and man say, learn to come by, and then as you're like, it has gone magically, oh my god. No, it takes time.
It takes time.
And it might take even longer. You just have to be patient. And also when you're patient, you have to appreciate when you talk. Small steps. I usually say, what would life be without baby steps? It would be nothing.
True.
So, baby steps, pole. So you get there.
On mental health. Stop always portraying yourself as the victim. Kumbuka, the more you're posting those sad and depressing quotes on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, or wherever you like posting your stuff, remember not everyone wants to see you win. Unafurahisha huyo ex, unaona huyo ex bado mwenye umesave namba yake, mwenye bado uko delulu ati mnaweza rudiana, unamfurahisha, unampea ego. Like, even if you're depressed or just not in a good state of life, don't always show it to people, yeah? Even kani kupost, like, mix it up, eka ka meme, eka ka quote nini. Don't ever let people know what you're truly going through. Because hadi tu ile nimekwambia, huyo ex like, ana feed off that. Like, akozenda, yani ananifikiria ni sahi.
Yeah, that is true. That is what people do.
And then like, ukirudi kuangalia huyo ex, like, you start even questioning yourself, guy, nilikuwa nimeona nini? They say that that stage after obsession, wakati delulu yote imeisha, it now turns to disgust and hate. Like, unaangalia picha, like, unatoaga simu, and you're like, what was this? Nilikuwa nakufia nini hapa? Like, and yeah, to that point, let's romanticize happiness. Like, jipende manze. Like, stop always looking for validation from parents, from social media, from that person of yours. Remember, self-love must come from within. Na kama utajipenda, back to that point that we talked about, hizo insecurities zako zitakuwa projected into friendships and relationships. In that mseto utabaki sema kitu, nadi ajui, anaona tu uko triggered nini, unaanza kukatch. Si ndio?
Yeah. Yes, and guys, one more thing you want to say, just one.
Okay, I'd say this is a quote. And the reason why I'm giving out this quote is because the dynamics of today's relationships is just toxicity. And it goes like this. Water has no effect on fake flowers. Water has no effect on fake flowers. Kumaanisha nini? If you're stuck in that toxic cycle, it is up to you to break up with that partner of yours. Trust me. Because hata ujaribu aje, uwezi change huo mtu. If that person has decided, I will not work with my insecurities. Back to that even point of social media. Social media imekuconvince, unaenda unatupostia some stupid quotes which are validating your hizo tabia zako mbaya. Like, stop it. Wacha kuembrace mtu mwenye anakupusha wewe. I know it's hard to just let go. But remember, it's better that you just let go than go in that same environment. Because think of it in this way. A snake cannot grow in a limited environment. It needs a more spacious one. Similar to relationships. You think you will grow with that boyfriend or that girlfriend of yours mwenye akujengi. Huyo mwenye ukimwambia accomplishment anakubelittle. Ndaka life kama hiyo. Like, move. Unajua utashangaa utaona infections zinaanza kuisha. Unajua, basic things, unashangaa like doors are opening, nini. Kumbe that relationship was the one which was deterring you. So always remember, water has no effect on fake flowers.
Yes, and there you have it, and I will leave you guys with what I've said. I'm going to say it again. Work on yourself. Grow. Explore. You're young, Go and find other things you enjoy doing. Love yourself. That is the first thing you have to do. Not look for validation from other people. I've said, parents, siblings, loved ones, even partners. So that's it from us today. I hope you enjoyed listening to us. You can also subscribe to this channel, comment, and tell us what you want us to talk about in the next episodes. Thank you for watching, and this is the end of this amazing show. A little bit of this. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Mikono juu nikaunaitisha offside, strictly ni wapoa tu, sichezangi both sides. Walinishika nikanza kuliza cops why, says a wash trapper na ni point, it's that guy. Kasi na answer nilikuwa na watcha blanks, na ikibidi hata siguzi pepa irudi vile likam. The money came na siku kosana na farm, bado royalty ni priceless, mchana ni scam. Easy come, easy go, easy come, sini ho, cheki sizi die broke, heri ndedi na typhoid, ujai kula ubambla unajua nini kusu